Hi everyone, it's a stunning morning here in Ireland and a very exciting day too. For those of you who've been following me, you'll know that the last month for me has been extremely frustrating. Why? Well, I'll tell you why now. I collected this beauty here just a few days before I went away for a month with work, which I shouldn't have done really because it has been painful. So I've returned home. Today is the day I'm going to actually take it out on a first ride and first impressions review, and it literally is first ride and first impressions. I haven't even ridden it around the block because it wasn't registered. So before I'm able to take it out on the road, I have a few bits and pieces to fit. So what do we have here then? Okay, well, first of all I have the mounting tape to fit the new registration, and I'll put all the links below as to where I got these. That's the swing arm heel guard to stop me scuffing them with my boots. This is the Michelin tyre pressure management system, which I also have on my Royal Enfield, and I found this absolutely amazing. A subscriber told me about this actually, and is absolutely spot on the Royal Enfield, so it's just extra peace of mind when you're out on your other bikes. Tax disc holder with a tax disc, the tank guard protector. I'm a devil for scraping all my tanks with the zips on my clothing. And then I have the USB connection for the bike. I won't be fitting that today. And what do I have here? It's the quad lock motorcycle phone mount system. I'm going to go into all of this in a separate video because there's quite a bit to talk about with this. I'm just going to get these other bits and pieces on today, and then I'm going to head out and make the first ride, first impressions review. So we'll kick off putting the heel guard protector on, and you'll see the little lip there, which means obviously there's a screw possibly behind here which needs to come out. So I'll tackle that first. Alright, here we go. So you can see the screw through there. So I'll just go and find the right Allen key to take that out. That's quite good actually, because it should hold it very firmly into place. I looked at the three mounting pads on the back of the heel guard protector, and it didn't look as though that was going to do a very good job, especially when you're kicking it all the time with the boots. Okay, so that's just taken me ages to find the right size Allen key, of course, on a beautiful sunny day when I should be out riding it, but hey ho, I'll persevere and get this done. So what you need to do, it's difficult to do this one-handed whilst I'm holding the camera, but just undo the Allen key there. So I'll get that done. Okay, that was easy enough out. So I'm just going to keep them in place. So I'll size this up now. As you can see, there's already a clear strip there to offer some sort of protection. I'm actually going to leave that on. Just make sure it's brushed down from any sort of mud or dust, because inside there you've got the three mounting pads on the inside of the protector. So I'm just going to make sure everything fits into place before I secure it. You'll see the little lip there as well. So make sure you slide that underneath the rear mud guard. Ah, yeah, that looks as though it's a perfect fit. I'll just peel off the sticky pads now. So frustrating when you just want to be away on a day like this. Such is the fun of motorcycling. In Ireland you would probably get maybe a dozen days a year like this. Typical of me, I end up doing bits and pieces like this. Okay, the covers are off on the sticky pad, so I'm putting this into place now. I'm going to press it down firmly. Of course it's going to stick now because I hadn't put it into place correctly. Alright, here we go. So get that into place. And this is where we'll find the mounting hole on the back. Probably won't line up. Right, okay, that looks good. Looks really good. Actually, aesthetically, it adds to the bike as well. All good things come to those who wait. Isn't that the saying? The problem is I've waited a month, you see, which is why I'm getting frustrated having to do these little things. Okay, that's going in anyway, so I'll put the Allen key back in and get this little job completed. Now, that's that bit done. Looks very smart, that. I like that. So you can see it's got 3 mounting holes here for the number plate, but you can also see that if I was to fit this using the mounting holes, one of the holes would be slightly off. So what I'm going to do is to stick it with the spongy double-sided registration plate mounting tape. So and see how we get on. I will keep an eye on it, because especially after a while when you've been washing the bike and caught out in all sorts of weather, I mean, all that little bit of debris and grit and everything can unsettle the mounting tape behind there. So I might well end up aeroditing the plate to these, but what I don't want to do is to do any sort of drilling through the plate. I think it'll spoil the look of it. So we'll see how we get on with the sticky pads. So I've cut to size the 3 bits of mounting tape, and now I'm going to place the registration on as neatly as I can. There might be a little bit of trimming up to do afterwards. Oh, jeepers, don't stick. Mess that up. Okay, this is difficult to do one-handed, so I'm going to put the camera down for a second. Okay, I'm going to redo that, because I wasn't happy with the sticky tape sticking out the bottom, and it would have been just tricky enough to trim up because it was so fine. So I just need to raise this bottom one. I like another Irish connection there. As Westlife sang, "You raise me up." I love the size of the number plate. I might very well end up buying the Aprilia carbon tail tidy, which I think is gorgeous, but unfortunately the price isn't too gorgeous. But it does aesthetically set the rear end off. But for the moment, I'm extremely happy with this. I'll show you the number plate now. And there's the wide shot. I've just realised what I might do is even trim the bottom of the number plate holder off here, but I'll worry about that at another stage. Let's just get this done and get out on it. Okay, tax disc holder next. So I've just undone that end of it. This is my preferred choice of tax disc holder, which I have on all my bikes. So just wrap that up. So put the date wrapped around the top a bit more. There we go. And I haven't had a problem with the tax disc ever staying dry. They've worked on my other bikes, like I say, so that's why I went for one of these. Got this on Amazon for a tenner or whatever it is, so very cheap. So I'll just fasten that back up. Just make sure the rubber seal, which isn't there because it had fallen out there, make sure that rubber seal is inside there, because that's what keeps it waterproof when you're riding your bikes. There we go. Okay, so another dilemma, because this bike is such a thing of beauty, I really want to keep the looks and all the aesthetically pleasing qualities this bike has. So I'm just wondering where to put the tax disc. Actually, I think I've just found it. I don't want to stick it up front on the bike because it really is just, I mean, look at it. Sorry, I can't stop looking at it. It's stunning. So I don't want to have this sticking around anywhere on the front, and it's all tightly packed inside the cockpit, and I just love the look of everything there. So when you look down at it, I don't want to have it ruined by a tax disc. So I think for the moment anyway, I'm gonna, rather than sticking it there on the tail tidy, which was my original plan, I think I'll pop it underneath there, keep it out the way. So yeah, I don't think it looks too bad there. Be interesting to see where you've mounted yours on your RS660 or your Tuono. Actually, yeah, leave me a few messages if you would below, because I would be interested to see where you've mounted yours. Right, but for the meantime, I'm going to mount mine here. the correct place for it. So there we go. Let's see what that looks like. Not too bad. It is out the way actually. So and I don't really mind drilling into this as much as I would with another bike, because as I mentioned there, I'm possibly changing this out with the carbon tail tidy. We'll see what happens. Okay, next up is the tank protection kit. Now, I'm a devil for not following instructions, so I'm also a devil for just wanting things to be done very quick. So bear with me, I'm sure there's a correct way to do it. There is an instruction pack in there, but I think you have to cut each one separately and stick them down separately. Can't really be bothered with that today, so I'm going to go with that trusty old tool, your eyesight, for measuring things, and we'll see how we get on. I'll only stick them down lightly until I have everything sort of looking as though it's in perfect place. So bear with me, because I can't do this single-handed whilst holding the camera as well. So I'm just going to get this done and then show you the end result, okay? Okay, this was a lot easier than I was expecting, so that's alright. So as you can see, what I've done is it comes already on the template, as you saw. So I just took the white backing off. I actually split these ones away from these ones. So I put these on first as the guide, and then put the top half on. So they're all still held in place by the one piece of top plastic there, as you can see. So I'm just pressing them down now before I lift this off, and then I shall press them down even further. As you can see, I haven't really put them in place just in case they needed a little bit of movement. What I did do, and I didn't show you on camera, but you should do, is to wipe down your tank so there's no grease or no dust on it. I did that with the baby wipes, as we've all become accustomed to using over the last year and a half with lockdown and COVID and whatever else. Well, I think that looks absolutely fabulous. I was very unsure as to how they were going to look, but I don't know if you can see on the camera, but they're a gloss black, which actually really sets the tank off. I'm very happy with them. Lovely. I think that's beautiful. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to fit the tyre pressure indicators now. Really is a superb bit of kit, this next bit of kit. So I'll show you how it comes in the box, which is, I'll just take my shadow off. So just like this. So this unit here, well, sorry, this unit first of all is the bit which sticks on your bike to put the actual readout instrument in, like that. It's on a magnet, which is why I can't do it one-handed and turn it round, but it's nice and secure. I've never had any problems with this on my Royal Enfield, and that's just the charging unit there. So I should have given it a full charge before I fitted it, and that's the other thing actually. A full charge lasts for about 3 months on this thing. It's brilliant. So it's just a USB charger, standard these days. And here are your sensors. So one for the front tyre, one for the rear tyre. And the batteries are supposed to last 3 years, I think the instructions say. That's just a little tool to tighten the little locking nuts there, which go underneath here if you have a different size tube. Anyway, on with the installation of this. I'm going to try and find again an aesthetically pleasing place to put the actual readout meter. Okay, found it. I was originally thinking I would put it there, but again, I think that'll just block that sticker. I love that sticker. I love everything about the design of this cockpit. So I was half thinking about putting it on there, but I am going to put the quad lock phone case in there. I bought the attachment for that, and like I said, I'll go into that in a different video. So where I'm going to mount it is down here. So it's sort of quite discreet. It'll be out the way, and again, hopefully it'll stop anybody pinching it as well, because it's only on a magnet. So it's one less thing to remember taking out when you go into the shop to pay for your petrol. I'm sure you could leave it there and it will be all right. It is, it's quite discreet, quite out of the way. So I'll put the camera down because it's, again, difficult single-handed to take the stickers off. So I'll just do that now and I'll show you the end result, okay? Perfect. I love the look of that. I really like where it is. So now I'm just going to fit the tyre pressure sensors. So it's just a case of taking off the valve covers which are on the bike. Now what's quite good about this is that they're at right angles, so it should be even easier to install these. Not that it would be difficult anyway, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we'll whip that off. So F for front, of course, but then there are days where I would even have trouble with that. There we go. And the rear one. Okay, they're both on. I will check my tyre pressure actually and just double check that everything is at the correct pressure. I must read up and see what the correct pressures are before I head off this afternoon. And that is it, all ready to ride, as they say. Oh, there's one last thing I think I will show you, which I treat myself to. It was only a £5. So, of course, my Aprilia racing keyring. Nice little touch. I'll probably start flapping around in the wind and annoy me like mad, so that might be one thing which will be going. Right, hope you enjoyed that. Can't wait to get out on this. I'm just going to go and put the kit on and head out on the highway. So if you're not a subscriber, please become one, because my next video is my first ride and first impressions of this incredible looking machine. I'm Dave Perry, Really Good TV, over and out.